Good evening, folks. Welcome to the backyard here at home. Never mind my bumper crop of dandelions growing out there. Tonight I'm going to do a short video on these two Dietz lanterns. If you watched my video of the Wisconsin engine and the Leland alternator generator, these are the two lanterns that when I sealed up the gas tank on that Wisconsin engine, I had these two and one of Dad's lanterns. Neighbor kids are making a bunch of noise over there. These two and one of Dad's lanterns, they all seeped around the bottom seals on them, and this one actually would drip fuel. I used to use it, and then it got to where it was just dripping fuel out, and that's the one that I found some pinholes after I cleaned it up and had to JB weld it, and then we put that stuff that's made for sealing gas tanks. I used that to seal it up since we were already using it, and I've filled them up with fuel, or put some fuel in them, and they've sat in my garage for a week now on the concrete floor and not left any fuel on the floor. So I think we got them sealed up good, so I'm gonna put them back together and light them up tonight. I put about a half a quart of fuel in each one. I got my kerosene's in a 5-gallon can in there, so it's easier just to pour some into a little jar and pour that in here. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and fill these up the rest of the way with fuel. I better move it over this way. I'm dripping fuel as I'm pouring it. We're gonna put these back together, light them up and let them burn tonight. We got a Dietz No2 Blizzard that I bought about a year ago. It had some repairs on the bottom. You could see where somebody had soldered on the bottom of it, and it seeped. And then this one, like I said, I used to use it and it started leaking, and that's the one that I found pinholes in the bottom of. So they've been sitting for about a week with fuel in them, haven't leaked a drop. I've had both of their wicks just sitting in a little tuna can with a little bit of kerosene in them, so that they are already soaked up. So we should be able to put them together and light them right up. We don't need to wait a few minutes for the wicks to soak up any kerosene. Okay, we'll do the No2 Blizzard with the red globe first. You can tell when you look at it that this lantern originally was a yellow lantern, and I looked it up online and they did make yellow Dietz lanterns. I can't remember exactly what they said they were for, but it's a little bit more rare of a lantern. But then somebody went and brush painted it this ugly brown color. But I'm going to leave it like that for right now. I've never taken a Dietz lantern clear apart and restored it, and I'm considering doing that with this one eventually, maybe. It's got a red Dietz globe. We're going to put it in here. When the globe goes in, I don't know how well you can see this, but the bales should come up and kind of catch on those little notches on the side of the glass. If they don't, you can bend them in. These are a little wonky. You can flex them and bend them around a little bit and get them to where they go in there and catch on there. This one needs a little bit more, but they should be, so that when you, if you tip that out, the globe won't fall out. Those wire bales should come up tight, hold on to those notches right on the sides of the glass, and you should be able to flop that right over and it'll stay put, not fall out. Like I said, since I already have that wick soaked up, we should be able to immediately light this right up. The wick should already be soaked up. I'll try to get the camera down here a little bit closer so that you can see. The wick needs to come up a little bit more there. We'll see if it'll light. I've never burned this one since I had it because it leaked the fuel too quickly to even try it out. I did when I had it apart, blew a air hose up in around here and tried to get it so that I would have a good chance of getting those air tubes cleaned out. Wouldn't hurt to trim that wick a little bit, but it's burning nice. Now let's set my stand back up here and we'll move this one to the side and get the other one up here. Adjust that down just a little bit. It didn't burn quite that much. This one you can see down in there, I've got the wick. When I put it in to soak, I trimmed it off completely flat straight across the razor blade, so it's all the way down. We'll bump it up just a little bit. It could probably be trimmed a little better too to make a nicer shaped flame, but that'll get it going. It had an old wick in it that was pretty rough shape, so I just trimmed it off straight across with the razor blade. This is the same way when this glass goes in there. Those bales should come up and clip right over the glass, and that glass should stay in there. You should be able to flop that out. It's not perfectly straight there, but you should be able to fold that out and that glass shouldn't fall out if the bales are adjusted and fit it properly. All right, let's see what this one does. Yeah, that wick could use a little better trimming too. When they get that spike on one side, you can round the wick off on that corner a little bit more to take care of that. That's how some people want their lanterns to burn. Honestly, I don't care that much. As long as I get a good flame and it's not burning sooty, I don't care if it's got a spike on one side or the other or both sides. But I do like it to burn clean and not soot the glass up quickly. Alright, I'm going to leave these sit right here for a while. We'll come out a little bit later, check on them after it gets dark, and then I think I'll hang them on the hangers up by the pool tonight and just let them burn all night tonight. We'll come back and check in on this after it gets dark. Okay folks, they're both still burning. It's about 9:15. They're both burning nice. We're going to move them up, hang them up on the hangers that are up on the patio by the pool. I only got one free hand, so we'll make 2 trips. Should have shut the porch light off so I didn't have that light shining up here. I'll hang this one up over here on this side. Then we'll go grab the other one. Oh, big step down right there. I need to put a little step over here on this side of the porch because I go up and down over here all the time. I'm getting too old to step 2 feet up at a time. All right, there we go. I'm gonna let those just hang out here and burn overnight tonight. It's about 11 o'clock now. Turned out all the lights. Both lanterns are burning real nice out here. Better be careful so I don't step off the edge and fall in the swimming pool. That wouldn't be good. Water's only about 64 degrees. We're gonna let them go overnight tonight. I'll come out and get a shot of them in the morning. This morning, and they're both still going. They burned all night. I turned them way down before I went to bed so they weren't just burning a ton of fuel all night, but they both made it through the night. So these two are back to being good usable lanterns now. Thanks for watching, and come back next week for more videos.